Anika Keshav now joins us live from Tamil Nadu as well, from one of those sites over there. Anika, you've been to a couple of these factory setups. I see you're actually outside Srisan Pharma as we speak. Talk to us a little bit about this property, about this manufacturing unit, any red flags that you see. And importantly, we keep highlighting Coldriff as if it's the only one that's responsible. The fact remains that the same composition of DEH, etc., is available under different brand names by different pharmaceutical companies, even as we speak.
In fact, it's this notorious industrial solvent called diethylene glycol that's directly been linked to the lethal fatalities that we're talking about. In fact, the chemical which was supposed to be used is propylene glycol, which is safe. But what we're hearing is that diethylene glycol, which is a very lethal substance that used in paints and brake fluids, this particular industrial solvent was mixed up with Coldriff, which has caused fatalities, is what we are hearing. In fact, even in the show cause notice that was issued by the Tamil Nadu Drug Control Board, you can see how they have sought details about this particular drug. In fact, they have sought invoices of propylene glycol to make sure if indeed propylene glycol was purchased or not. Just to ensure that which industrial solvent was used. If it was propylene glycol, then it would have been safe. But since it was diethylene glycol, a very toxic, lethal chemical that was mixed in with the Coldriff syrup, that has caused to the death of so many children is what we are hearing. And that's why there is a show cause notice that has been stuck. And the time that's given is within 5 days from the date of receipt. Srisan Pharmaceuticals is answerable to Tamil Nadu's Drug Control Unit, and it has to furnish the following details sought. In fact, I'm just giving you a sneak peek, my camera person Daniel, inside what's there inside this factory. You can see white color tins that's placed inside. Very questionable conditions. In fact, the kind of hygiene that we are talking about, one can never say that this is where a medicine is manufactured. That's the kind of recklessness and unhygienic conditions that we are talking about. There are white tins, blue tins that's placed containers for storing chemicals, but really the conditions of this particular plant, this killer plant that manufactures the killer cough syrup, very, very questionable. In fact, even behind me, you can see how poorly maintained this whole region is. What we're hearing that in this place where I'm standing right now is this open corridor where the cough syrup containers were being kept outside this open corridors, and you can see how close it is to this open highway over here, which has resulted in dust gathering, which has further contributed to contamination. So every single fact that I'm telling you is mentioned in the report that was highlighted by Tamil Nadu's government that has over 350 lapses regarding the manufacture of Coldriff. They are saying that the containers, the syrup containers were kept in the corridors openly, which has further resulted in dust accumulation and further leading to contamination.
Right. Thank you so much for that. The point that she was trying to make is that there is the propylene glycol, which is to be used. What was used in these drugs is actually a cheaper version that is used for petroleum and paint products. That cheaper solvent getting in is the reason why we are seeing allegedly all these deaths take place. But like I said, Coldriff, just one of the many. What happens to the rest of them, what even happens with the owners of this one is something that we'll wait and watch for. But more updates coming in.